Canada beats US for first time on ranking of most competitive economies.
Here's a summary of the article.
Montreal, Canada has beaten the US for the first time ever in a ranking of the world's most competitive economies, in part because of US President Donald Trump's damaging trade war with China. Canada rose to 8th place from 13th last year in Swiss-based business school IMD's annual ranking. That's the country's worst performance in a ranking it dominated for decades, and marks the first time Canada scored higher in the survey that has been running since 1989. Trade wars have damaged both China and the U.S. economies, reversing their positive growth trajectories, IMD said in a report, noting that China has fallen to 20th place, from 14th last year. The benefit of small economies in the current crisis comes from their ability to fight a pandemic and from their economic competitiveness. In part, these may be fed by the fact it is easy to find social consensus, Briss said in the report. As a result, the global powers that have been competing for some time, now they lose ground in favor of small economies and national governments. Ayman al-Mutairi, Assistant Minister of Commerce in the government of Saudi Arabia, said the pandemic has prompted a discussion about larger flaws that may exist in societies and economies.
This post received a score of 51,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Edit. If you are interested in the methodology used by IMD for this rating, you can view their information pamphlet here.
This must be what still winning looks like.
Canada has reached Charlie Sheen levels of winning. That means we have a drug problem and AIDS.
Who doesn't, am I right? Barack Obama. God, I miss that guy.
He's far from perfect, but you can't help but long for him when you get a literal piece of shit as replacement.
Who said he is or had to be perfect? He was great. Period.
There are some things I didn't agree with, but the man was clearly doing his best for his country.
While staying calm, despite the opposition calling him a terrorist and his wife a monkey.
As a Canadian, I feel like this headline is burying the lead that UAE is also ahead of the USA.
What about it? The UAE does have an extremely globalized, competitive economy.
All you need is a lot of oil and slave labor.
And no tax.
We have plenty of tax in Canada. No way, we have been lied to since the 70s that the only way to become more competitive is to lower the tax on the ultra-rich. Here's the actual ranking. Was a fucking pain to find it. The UK has gained 4 places, which I guess is good.
Warning, instant download if clicked.
Fuck. I missed this warning.
I saw it but misread as downvote and clicked anyway because I was curious. WTF me.
If it's any consolation, I just downvoted you so you wouldn't feel so bad.
Can I get an EILI 5 please? Because as a Canadian I really feel like I'm missing something here. I read the article and I still have no idea how they actually rank the countries. I also have serious trouble imagining that we are doing better than the US, no matter how fucked they are. Like the amount of money that the US and China makes are on entirely different scales compared to Canada. It's a measure of global competitiveness, or a county's ability to compete in a global marketplace. It's formulated from a mix of hard data and survey results from executives within each economy.
I wonder why Germany isn't on the list. They have the largest trade surplus in the world. Wouldn't that mean that they are really competitive?
Canada also had their credit rating reduced today.
While true, virtually every country is going to see its credit rating reduced after COVID-19 is over. Who is reducing everywhere's credit ratings? I don't understand.
To me, the more peculiar takeaway from this data is how is Singapore still topping the list when most of its economy depends on China and US? With both in a trade war, this doesn't add up unless I'm missing something.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.